Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sport Federation TV, where, of course, every week we take a look at what's happening in the world of sport, of course, in the Western Cape and, of course, the various district structures. But where we are at this week is, of course, a lot of our sport codes are busy. They've just returned really back into action this past weekend after lots of public holidays and lots of school holidays, etc. And our sport codes are back. They're operating and very busy. And, of course, a number of our athletes in the Western Cape have been participating in South African championships around the country, and we're also seeing a number of activities coming to South Africa to come and participate in various competitions, including, of course, Sascock, who was recently out at Stellenbosch, where they did the Commonwealth Game Changer. To tell us more about that, we're going to speak during the course of tonight's show to Kotse Mokoena, South African board member, who's going to tell us a little bit about the Commonwealth Game Changer that, as I say, happened now this past weekend in Stellenbosch, where rugby, netball, and athletics were included. But in the next couple of days, and in fact, you probably would have seen it in the news already, it is, in fact, the World Table Tennis Championships. And we've got a number of athletes from the Western Cape, in fact, competing or at least participating in the championships, including two very high regarded officials. But to tell me a little bit more about the World Table Tennis Championships that's happening in Durban starting next week, I've got the president of table tennis on the show with me tonight, Joe Karim. Joe, welcome to Sport Federation TV.
Hi JP, thanks for having me, and thanks for sharing us on your platform. Much appreciated.
Yeah, Joe, so it's great to have you back. I know that you've been in the studio with us before as well to talk about table tennis. Let's start at the beginning. Maybe just give us a picture of what exactly is it that we're talking about here. It's the World Table Tennis Championships.
Yeah, this is the World Table Tennis Championships finals, as we call it. It's a revamped version of the World Championships, where we've also gone the route of qualification. The qualification starts at regional level with Region 5, where South Africa were champions, went on to the Continental Championships, didn't quite make it there, but obviously we do have, as host, we do have spots for our athletes to participate in. So the very, very best in the world will participate. Your top ranked 32 are automatic qualifiers. And then within the countries who qualify, you have a quota of a maximum of 5 athletes. And that 5 is made up of the 3 that every country could nominate versus 1 for being in the top 100 and another 1 for being in the top 20. So those essentially, that's the pathway for qualification. And to ensure universality, like in most codes of sport, you have continental quotas as well. And so, generally speaking, you will have a fair representation of the world at this particular championships.
And Joe, of course, from our perspective, we're focusing on table tennis in the Western Cape. We've got very active districts that are very have been making a big effort to grow table tennis, even though currently there's a lot of challenges with load shedding and community shared facilities. But our table tennis in the Western Cape is vibrant. That's being participated across the various districts. And one of the elements that we are particularly proud of is your officials that have come through the ranks. For example, Genevieve Lentz, I think she's been to 4 different Olympics already. And now you also have an umpire from Cape Town, Junaid Baig, that is taking to the fore.
Why are you punting, Junaid?
Well, we keeping it. We punt all our athletes and administrators, but it's a great opportunity for additional exposure. I mean, we've spoken about. In fact, both of them have been on the show with us. But Genevieve, 4 years. I think she's the only female participant from Africa that has been involved in the Olympics.
Look, I think if we look back to from a historical point of view, what we've had is to always first look at the low-hanging fruits, given where we're located globally. And so the easiest was to look at the qualification of our officials to ensure that we advance our sport here in South Africa. And And clearly, you cannot push and promote your sport if you don't have the technical know-how around your sport.
Yeah.
So we were one of the first countries that ensured that we had a qualified referee on the continent. In that was the male, and then followed that up with the first female referee on the continent through Genevieve. What we've also had is there's been a number of athletes from the at least officials from the continent
Yeah.
who have taken that route.
Joe, let's just quickly wrap up. The tournament then starts next week, Friday, I believe. Is that correct? And is it open? Obviously, it's open to the public. People can come and watch. Tell us a little bit about the event itself.
Well, the event starts on the 20th. Um, we will have the opening ceremony from about 9 o'clock onwards. The first match starts at 10, and the event then goes. The event is being hosted in Durban at the Durban International Convention Center. The convention center is totally full of tables, but we're playing on 8 tables. Table one is in the main arena.
Yeah.
Table two is in the far end of the hall with the raking seats that comes off from the roof, and that is which is quite unique.
Joe, I think we're gonna leave it at that. It's been great chatting with you. I can say it from the Western Cape side of things, Sport Federation TV. We wish you guys the very best of luck. Everybody from the Western Cape, obviously we're hoping that they have a fantastic tournament. And yes, congratulations on winning the bid, bringing the world to South Africa. And we can't wait to find out the results and how things ended up.
No, thanks, JP. Thanks for having us. And just to say, we actually beat Germany in our bid, so that was a heads up for us as well. But to say to the athletes from Cape Town, keep on pushing.
Yeah.
There's a lot more happening. Fortunately, with the World Championships comes the obligation for us to participate in more events. We will be pushing to host another contender next year, and also start with the younger ones, the under 12s and 13s, where we have what we refer to as host programs, and that would possibly ensure that we tailor our approach towards breeding champions that will compete at the very top. And this is what this World Championship should mean to all of us.
There we go, folks. The president of South African Table Tennis, Mr. Joe Karim, speaking to us online. Of course, they've got the World Table Tennis Championships then starting in Durban next week. A number of our officials and participants from the Western Cape going to be participating there. But fantastic to be showcasing table tennis in a way like this, and we're looking forward to the results and seeing more for table tennis. Remember, find yourself a table tennis club near you. You're going to see it all over the TV channels now. You're going to see it all over online, and you're going to see just how popular table tennis is in South Africa. So if you're enjoying what you see, just go and find a table tennis club near you. And of course, you can see on the screen there that it's easy enough to find a club. Just go to Facebook and look for Western Cape Table Tennis or Cape Town Table Tennis or Eden or Central Karoo or West Coast Table Tennis, wherever you are, and sign up and find a club. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Don't go away.
Unbelievable stuff. What have we just seen?
Look at this precision. This is the greatest